A member of the Grand Rapids Police Department took his last call just yesterday. The dispatcher with 25 years experience talked with our Julie Dunmeyer about what he's learned and seen over the years.
131.
A calm voice of reason hidden behind his headset for 25 years.
Heard but not seen.
Don't call Mike DeCam a hero.
They didn't see me there helping them. I was just the guy on the phone.
He says he's just a dispatcher.
Not many people stay in this job for very long because of the stress.
A dispatcher who remembers every call that rocked the city of Grand Rapids.
Those addresses are etched forever in my mind.
Addresses to the home where a man held his own family hostage after killing 7 people across the city in a spree of destruction.
3232 Rickman Avenue Northeast.
Mike guided officers on a high-speed chase through Grand Rapids.
He was ramming the police cruisers, firing at the police cars, police officers returning fire through the windshield of their own cruiser.
The address where Officer Kosminski lost his life in the line of duty. Also etched in his mind.
1233 Emerald Avenue Northeast. You know, your phone starts blowing up with the messages about what happened. Tough to deal with. And he left behind this beautiful little girl, daughter.
And 55-3 Sheldon, where a double homicide weighs heavy.
This is one that is haunting to the dispatchers. There are streets we never get calls for the police on. But that day, it just shows you that, you know, evil knows no boundaries. It's not limited to just one neighborhood or one sector of society. It can happen to anybody, anywhere.
Even the hospital, not immune to tragedy, when an Aeromed helicopter crashed right in the middle of downtown.
Well, first of all, the 911s rang off the hook.
Mike answered a call from a frantic surgeon in the operating room with no power.
Yeah, I'm like, Doc, I don't know, man. But I can assure you that every firefighter in the city is there.
But if there's one thing to know about DeCam, it's that with every terrible call, he finds something good to hold on to. He says it's the only way he's been able to keep going.
That 35 homicides in 2020 would have been easily 100 or more just, 20 years ago.
On his last day, Mike got to meet someone on the other end of a call he'll never forget. When in 2008, an Easttown commercial building exploded.
And this morning, I got introduced to a woman who was inside that building when it exploded, and she survived, and she's given glory to God. But what a kind of a cool thing to happen on my last day. Get to meet someone who was inside the building when it exploded.
By some grace, no one died that day. And by some grace, Mike made it through 25 years of being there in people's darkest moments.
It's comforting to know that I helped them. And not all outcomes were favorable. We had some very sad outcomes, but the thing that got me through for 25 years is the bad outcomes occur in spite of a dispatcher's best effort.
With a goodbye full of voices of helpers who you'll hear but never see.
Yes, sir, Mr. DeCam. On behalf of all the officers at GRPD, I just want to say thank you for your many years of service. 1623, thank you and farewell.
In Grand Rapids, Julie Dunmeyer, Fox 17 News.
And Mike will be taking his talents to the Grand Rapids Community College Police Department, where he will, of course, continue dispatching.